कुंज बिहारी Yashodanandana Prajajanaranjana Yamuna Dhiravana Charanamuna Yamuna Dhiravana Charanamuna Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Iskan Sanstapakacharya Srila Prabhupada ki Niti Lila Pravishta Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki Sachit Ananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Valadevi Bhushan Prabhu ki Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki Shri Narottam Das Thakur ki Shri Sanatan Bhattacharya Shri Gopalbhakti Das Raghunath Shat Goswami Prabhu ki Ananta Gauri Vaishnavinda ki Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Vrinda Devi Ganga Devi Jamuna Devi Bhakti Devi ki, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Mathura Dham ki, Maya Purnamali Dham ki, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki, Shri Dwarka Puri Dham ki, Shri Ayodhya Puri Dham ki, Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Mandir ki, Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar ki, Shri 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 Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Sudarshan Chakra ki, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Gaur Premananda ki, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavani Paschati Dechitarana 7-11-5. There's no marker, it was kept out. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Srimad Bhagavatam Skanda 7 Adhyaya 11 Shloka 5 7-11-5 Shri Narada Uvacha Natva Bhagavate Jaya Lokanam Dharma Sevate Vakshye Sanatanam Dharmam Narayanam Ukhakshrutam. Is that correct? Hare Krishna. Shri Narada Uvacha Natva Bhagavate Jaya Lokanam Dharma Sevate Vakshye Sanatanam Dharmam Narayana Mukhachrutam. Somebody has that? No? Padapataha Shri Naradaha Uvacha. Shri Narada Muni said, Natva, offering my obeisances, Bhagavate, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ajaya, ever existing, never born, Lokanam, throughout the entire universe, Dharma Setave, who protects religious principles. Vakshye, I shall explain. Sanatanam, eternal. Dharmam, occupational duty. Narayana Mukhat, from the mouth of Narayana. Shrutam, which I have heard. Sri Narad Muni said, after first offering my obeisances unto Lord Krishna, the protector of the religious principles of all living entities, let me explain the principles of eternal religious system, of the eternal religious system, of which I have heard from the mouth of Narayana. Purport. The word Aja refers to Krishna, who explains in Bhagavad Gita 4:6, Ajopi son of Yayatma. I am ever existing and thus I never take birth. There is no change in my existence. Hare Krishna. Very short purport. But Sanatana Dharma, Sanatanam Dharmam, eternal religious principles are many, not few. Sanatan Dharma, another name is Varnashram Dharma. Prabhupada translated here Dharmam as occupational duty. So that occupational duty comes when one is either a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra. So, no doubt, birth has something to do with it. How is that? Because first thing is you have to have a human birth. If you have an animal birth, how can you follow the principles of Sanatana Dharma? For the Atma is the same whether it's in the body of a cow, an elephant, or a dog eater, right? According to Bhagavad Gita. One who is learned sees these as the same. Right? What is it? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. One who has knowledge and humility. Brahmine Gavi Hastini. In a Brahmana, Gavi in a cow, Hastini in an elephant, Shune in a dog, Shwapakecha in a dog eater, Pandita Samadarshina, he sees them all equally. Because he sees the soul. He sees the Atma. He doesn't see the body. Now, that doesn't mean that the cows, the elephants, and the dogs follow Sanatana Dharma. They can't understand it. They have not been given the requisite brain substance by nature, which is God, Krishna, Ishvara. So someone is saying, I don't want to mention his name, that Varnashram Dharma is for the Atma, not for the body. But he's wrong. It is for the human body, human species. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra is in human society. Therefore, it does depend on the body. The Pandita, one who is learned, he sees the soul is inside different types of bodies. But that doesn't mean that he believes that the elephants, the cows, and the dogs have the same intelligence as a human being. We don't see that. We only see human beings can follow Sanatana Dharma. Now there are many human beings who are not born in the families of Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or even Shudra. Malechas and Yavanas are less than Shudras. isn't it? So, the trees are outside of this window. There's an Atma there also. But they are not reading Bhagavatam. I didn't see the dogs reading Bhagavatam. Neither the hogs, neither the elephants, neither the cows. So this Sanatana Dharma, first qualification is human birth. Now, when there's a human birth, there's a division. Krishna says, I made the division. But nowadays, there is egalitarianism. How do you translate that into different languages? You don't know? Or can you translate that? Egalitarianism. Hindi? Sarva Bhuta, what is it? Sarva Bhuta Ekatvam. That's in Sanskrit. To see all beings as equal. So, in human society, this idea is there that everyone is equal. But everyone is not equal. Some are more intelligent, right? In modern society, more intelligent means PhD. Prabhupada didn't accept that. Why? Because modern education is not education according to the Vedic system. So when you say principles, Narad says, I will teach you eternal principles, Sanatan Dharmam. Vakshe, I will tell you what is Sanatan Dharma. He's talking to a human being. Acha, here he's talking to Yudhishthir, right? So Yudhishthir is a Raja, he's a Kshatriya. Who knows what the word Yudhishthir means? Of course, some of you know. You know? What does it mean? Yudhi is a fight. Stiraha, steady. Steady in battle. He doesn't run away. When he sees the arrows are coming, he doesn't say, oh, goodbye, I'm leaving. He responds. Even if he's wounded, he'll fight back. So, that is in Gita, right? The qualities of a Kshatriya. Yudhe chapi apalayana. Kshatriya does not run away from the battle. He may die. I'm reading a book. I started reading a small book. I had this book, 30 years. I don't think I read it fully. It's a small, tiny book about the life of Vidyapati. Who heard of Vidyapati here? You heard of Vidyapati? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who was Vidyapati? Yeah. 200 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he wrote some literature. Not a lot of literature actually. He wrote 4 or 5 books. One book he wrote in Sanskrit and 4 books he wrote in the local language, Maithili, Mithila Bhasha. Mithila is the place of Janaka, the father of Sita. So Mithila is today in northern Bihar and part of Nepal today. So there was a kingdom, there was a place, they had their own local language, Boli Bhasha it's called. Boli means to speak, Bhasha means language, spoken language. All of these spoken, the ancient history was, everything was in Sanskrit. Like the Puranas are all in Sanskrit. Why is Vidyapati important? Anybody know? No, he was actually a Shaivite. You didn't know that. He was a devotee of Shiva. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to recite his poetry. But not all of his poetry. Some of his poetry. So in order to, I didn't bring Chaitanya Charitamrita. I remember that it's there, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to recite the poems of Vidyapati. Not everything, but something. So the story is interesting. Story of Vidyapati is interesting. At the time that he was alive, the king of Mithila was a Brahmin by caste, not a Kshatriya. But they took the title Singh, lion. You know, there's a purport in the Bhagavatam, 4th canto, I don't remember the exact verse. Prabhupada was obviously unhappy that Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India. It's about Prithu Maharaj. He went around the kingdom like a lion. So Prabhupada said that in India today, he wrote in the purport, I can tell you later the exact, purport, that the Kshatriyas still use the name Singh, which means lion. So Vidyapati served from the age of 20 till the age of, I think, 56, the same king, Shiva Singha. But by caste, he was a Brahmin, like Dronacharya or Kripacharya. But he acted as a Kshatriya. Vishwamitra was a Kshatriya who became a Brahmana. These are the examples. What happened to Shiva Singha? There was a fight. He fought many battles. He fought many battles. Yesterday we were talking about the Peshwas, right? They were Brahmanas. And the kings of Maratha Empire was 300 years ago. 300, 350 after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this Shiva Singha was before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He ruled Mithila for 36 years. And there was a battle, and in the battle he disappeared. Nobody knows what happened. Whether he died, whether he ran away, they never had a body. He had 6 wives. And when he went into the battle, he entrusted those wives to Vidyapati. Not that you marry them, but you protect them. It's an interesting story. Interesting story. Vidyapati is remembered, and before him, Jayadev. Jayadev was also from Mithila, right? He was also from that area. But they're famous for their writings, their literary contribution. And the poems of Jayadev and Vidyapati were recited by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why he recited? To remember Krishna Leela and Madhurya Rasa. And we cannot imitate that because we'll become degraded. Sahajiyas, they make a show of renunciation. When somebody puts on the saffron cloth, that means his material life is over. You know, some of us wore that cloth and then got married. That we shouldn't have worn that cloth. There are some who openly say, I want to get married when they in ISKCON, and they wear that saffron cloth. They should take it off. They should put on white. Prabhupada privately, secretly, turn off the cameras for 1 minute. I'm joking. But he told Jasomati Nandan Prabhu that the Vallabh Sampradaya is corrupted right from the beginning because Vallabhacharya took sannyas and then got married. Of course, in ISKCON, if the history of ISKCON, Prabhupada sat in the marriage of a sannyasi. So what can I say? Sannyasi should not marry. Yesterday, I answered a letter that I got a few days ago. I made a video about female Diksha Guru. And so one godbrother, he wrote back, this is not important at all. There shouldn't be any guru. He's a Ritvik Vadi. He's a Ritvik Vadi. He said the GBC has no business appointing gurus. But fact of the matter is, Prabhupada wanted oversight. Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta established this management by committee. Those members of the managing committee, governing body, should not feel that now I have become perfect because next to my name there are 3 letters GBC. They should not feel like that. Many of them feel like that. But they do have a duty to make sure that, you know, everyone is following the principles to the best of their ability. That was the desire of Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta. So I wrote him like that. Then I wrote that there are 2 considerations. One, a blind uncle is better than no uncle. In India, everyone knows this. Something is better than nothing. Right? Because Ritvik Vadis are demanding everyone be perfect. Only thing is they themselves are not perfect. Isn't it? They want a pure devotee, the Mahabhagavat. Uttama Adhikari only can be Guru. Prabhupada did not write that. In the Upadeshamrita, in the number 5, in the end of the purport, Prabhupada wrote that a Kanishta and a Madhyama can also accept disciples. Why did he write like that? He wrote that their guidance is insufficient and one should have an Uttama Adhikari Guru. He wrote. Yeah, seems to be contradictory, right? Seems to be contradictory. But he wrote like that. That means, at least according to Prabhupada, the Guru may not be perfect or Uttama Adhikari. According to Prabhupada. According to Ritvik Vadis, what Prabhupada wrote is wrong. So they say Prabhupada, 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 but they're not following Prabhupada. So, number 1, blind uncle is better than no uncle. Better that there's a Kanishta or a Madhyama Guru than no Guru. That's a point. Number 2, what was number 2? Battlefield Commission. Commission, the word commission also means officer, to make someone an officer. Governing body commission, they're the officers. for governing. When there's a major war, big war, like World War II, we count that was a major war. There are many wars, small wars going on right now. Military is in action in different places, in different countries. You people are also killing each other, right? Russians and Ukrainians. So, when the World War II, so many people had to join the army by government order. What's it called? Conscription in English. Conscription. And at that time, there are not enough officers in the army to lead those soldiers. So on the battlefield, more educated people like professors, doctors, and some such persons are made officers. So I wrote to this devotee, I said, look, Prabhupada gave sannyas to Malecha and Yavana youth who were 20 years old, 25 years old. How many sannyasis Prabhupada made? And many of them fell down. Left ISKCON also. You never heard some of their names, right? You never heard some of their names. And if you go and see what they're doing now, some of them are non-vegetarians also. They're that fallen. So why did Prabhupada do that? You are saying Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. But you're not thinking. Why? See, you think that this female guru issue is not important because there should be no guru. Only Prabhupada is the guru. But that's not what Prabhupada taught. Prabhupada taught that Bhakti Siddhanta introduced the sacred thread. That was what I was giving a lecture in the video. And Prabhupada didn't give the sacred thread to the women. So the whole point, Sanatana Dharma, eternal religious principles, now you want to do something that has never been done. It is not Sanatana, it is concoction. It's not Sanatana. The principles are already there. Narad Muni spoke those principles 5,000 years ago to Yudhishthira. The system of disciplic succession. Succession means somebody takes over, succeeds the last guru. Now Prabhupada also taught all the Brahmanas are the gurus. But who is a Brahmana? That is the question. Prabhupada gave sacred threads and Bhakti Siddhanta started it to people who weren't born in a Brahmin family. Because they saw that the people born in the Brahmin family had a false claim. We are Brahmanas by birth only. That is the only qualification. In the Vallabh Sampradaya, in the Swaminarayan, old Swaminarayan, not in the Pramukh Swami, BAPS, Swaminarayan Sampradaya, the son of the guru became the guru of the whole institution. The qualification was birth alone. That Prabhupada wrote and Bhakti Siddhanta wrote, it's wrong. But then what is right? The guru is supposed to, because there's a verse, you've heard it, right? Tad vijnanartam sa gurum eva abhigachet. To get that knowledge, you should go to the guru. Approach a guru. You heard that, right? Tad vijnanartam. Artam means for obtaining something. What are you obtaining? Like jal artam, nadi nikate gacchami. Here's your Sanskrit lesson today. Jal artam. For water, I go to the river. That's what I just said. Jal artam. Bhojanartam, bhojanalaye gacchami. To eat, I go to the dining hall, Bhojanartham, Jalartham. You can use this word, right? Vayuartham, to get air. Jivanartham, to live. Satyavadanartham, to speak the truth. Tatvijnanartham, to obtain that knowledge. There must be other examples. Guru, sab guru meva abhigachet go. Guru is the object of the sentence. Nominative, accusative, second case in grammar. The guru is the object. You need to go to a guru to get realized knowledge. Samit panihi. In your hand there's supposed to be wood for performing a sacrifice. And then what does it say after that? Samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. You heard this? You heard that? No, never heard that. You 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 heard it. No, you can't remember. We heard that. Doctor, you heard that. Prahlad Priya Prabhu, you heard that. Where is it? It's in one of the Upanishads. Which one? Mundaka Upanishad. So, Prabhupada quoted this many times. Many times. You need to go to a guru. But the qualification of the guru, Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Shrotriyam, what does it mean? You know. You know? He heard. Where does it come from, the word Shrotriyam? Shravanam. Yeah. Shruti. Vedas. Shrotriyam means Veda Vidya, knowledge of Vedas. Vedaischa sarveraham eva vedya. The goal of the Vedas is to know Krishna. There is no argument in that. But one should study Vedas to be a guru, to be a brahmana. I already spoke last time that in the 10th canto, there's a story, 10th canto of Bhagavatam. Krishna and Balaram are sent to Ujjain and they studied Vedas, Upanishads, military science and 64 arts. So there's a pramanam there. If the gurus don't know Vedas and don't know Shastras, then they're either a Kanishta guru or a Madhyama guru. Must be. Must be. Necessity of guru is there. But we see that the gurus, they don't know Shastras because they want women to be gurus. Something is wrong. Because maybe if there was some exceptional woman, we would all be saying, she should be guru. But this is not that. This is not our leaders. They're not clamoring that there's one exceptional, wonderful devotee who we should all recognize as the guru. Not like that. They want gender equality. And gender equality comes from classless society. And classless society came from? No, before that. There was a German fellow, Karl Marx. He not only propagated classless society idea in his books, but he also propagated something called dialectical materialism, which in Gita, it's in Gita. Anishwarvad, there is no God. There is no Ishwar. So Vedas say Ishavasyamidam sarvam. Everything is in the hands of Ishvara, God. And Marx said, no God, an Ishvara. Like Charvaka, in the ancient India, there was also atheist. Right? Charvaka, you heard this? Yavat jivet sukham jivet. As long as you live, be happy. Rinam kritva gritam pibet. Having borrowed money, buy ghee. Somehow get ghee. Because after this body is destroyed, there's nothing. Marx said the same thing. And taking his idea, we have modern feminism. Atheism. Women and men should do the same job. So now you have woman prime minister, woman, what is it in India? We have finance minister, chief minister, president. Pratibha Patil was president of India. Indira Gandhi was, I didn't finish that. So Prabhupada wrote that there should be a man like a lion, not a woman. He wrote like that. So Prabhupada was, according to these gender equality devotees, so-called devotees is when I go like this. Because they don't read what Prabhupada wrote, I think. They are not Shrotriyam. Brahmanishtam is another story. I cannot judge who is Brahmanishtam, who is fixed in Brahman. But Shrotriyam you can understand. Does he know Shastras? If he read what Prabhupada wrote, okay. What Prabhupada wrote is not Shastra. It's not Shastra, technically. It's a commentary. Right? But he wrote that there should be a strong man like a lion ruling the kingdom, not a woman. Because Indira Gandhi was the prime minister when he wrote that. He was not happy that Indira Gandhi was the prime minister. So in Sanatan Dharma, when you take these words, Sanatan Dharma, they're eternal. You cannot change those principles. Varnashram Dharma is meant to be followed, not to be ridiculed that how you can mess up your life by following Dharma. This is going on. What can I say? Be careful. Narayana Mukhat Shrutam. Narad says, I heard this from the mouth of Narayana, Ishvara. And so someone who is an Anishwar body like Marx, Durgatim Tata Gacchati, they do not have a good destination. Right? The Asuras, this is described in Gita. Adho Gacchati Tamasaha. They go down. The soul, after it left the body of Marx, it had to go somewhere. And not like Marx, but there are Ananta Koti Anishwar bodies, right? Just like Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda. There is Ananta Koti Anishwar bodies, isn't it? What to do? So, I wrote to that Ritvik Bali, you may not agree with what my idea is. You have every right to your own opinion. I cannot force you. But there's a verse, a purport of Prabhupada in the Bhagavatam, here in the fourth canto, that my God brothers and myself are not working conjointly. We are not working together. But both of us are producing many disciples. So that means disciples are, Prabhupada recognized his envious God brothers, he used to say, that they were making disciples. One of those envious god brothers passed away. Jayapataka Maharaj brought the news to Prabhupada at the opening of Hyderabad temple. XYZ Maharaj passed away. Where did he go? Jayapataka Maharaj asked, where did he go? Prabhupada said he went back home, back to Godhead. But Prabhupada, he was envious of you. No, that was not, that is not so important. He was a Vaishnava. But a Vaishnava might be envious of another Vaishnava. That's not good. But to put on the dress of a Vaishnava and to propagate Marxism, what is that? I want to know. What is that? I want to know. There was competition in the spiritual world, right? Left-wing gopis and right-wing gopis. Competition means you may not like each other, but you're serving Krishna. But if you're propagating Marxism and you're saying that what Krishna said is nonsense, then what are you? Because Varnashram Dharma, Narayana Mukhat Sanatana Dharmam Narayana Mukhat Shrutam. I heard this Varnashram Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, from the mouth of Narayana. What kind of devotees are these? These are devotees who should feel the power of the military. That's what these devotees are. Unfortunately, I don't have that power. Yeah, they should be shot. But we cannot shoot them. It's that bad. It is that bad. Because Prabhupada, right, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharini. This Mayavad, atheism. Okay. Now sometimes Mayavadis, they follow Vedas, they know more Vedas better than us. But they know Sanatana Dharma also. They have the same culture. They're not propagating Marxism. When Gita was banned in Russia, there was a court case. And everyone in India spoke out. In the parliament also they spoke out. This is nonsense. Gita, mostly in India, everyone accepts Gita. Prabhupada said in Bombay, he said in India, more or less everyone is somewhat Krishna conscious. Of course, the times have changed. There's a video going around, right? They're interviewing youth. Who was Hanuman? Was he in the Mahabharata or the Ramayana? In Mahabharata. Like that. You know, they gave the wrong answers. They asked 10, 20 kids. You saw that video? Because now the government is showing Ramayana on Doordarshan, government TV. And at the time when it was made, 32, 33 years ago, whole India would stop on Sunday morning to watch that. Everybody, Muslims, they also. Actually, all of these Muslims in India were Hindus, isn't it? Originally. They got forcibly converted. Even the Westerners, Prabhupada said, were driven out of India by Parashuram, thousands of years ago. Kshatriyas. So, teachings are very clear, but weakness, Maya, Mama Maya, Duratyaya, Maya is very powerful. And Maya is attacking in different ways. Not only gross attraction to sense pleasure, but in the mind, in a subtle way. Here it says Lord Krishna is the protector of religious principles. Natva Bhagavate Jaya. Lokanam Dharma Setave. So yada yada hi dharmasya glani. Krishna says in Gita, when dharma goes down, I come. But doesn't come every day. 5,000 years ago he came. That's a long time. Still everyone, many people remember Bhagavad Gita. But many forgot. What to do? What can be done? We are not perfect also. We're not saying that we're perfect. But don't change the teachings. Try and understand what Prabhupada taught. I don't know, they think that they're representing the teachings properly maybe. Then how can they change? How can they say Varnashram is nonsense? It will get worse. But after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vaishnavism became degraded in Bengal. Bhakti Vinod, it took how many years between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Bhakti Vinod? 350 years. But there were good Vaishnavas during that intermediate period. Narottam Das, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Baladev, and there must have been others. These were famous because they wrote so many things and they preached. So human society, somehow or other, we don't see the Kshatriya class. Actually, there were Kshatriyas up till a few years ago. Sri Rangam was attacked. The people knew, even this story of Vidyapati, there's a lot of the author of the book is writing that there was, Muslims had conquered India. And they were also afraid of that they would also be conquered. And there was a fight. And they were conquered, but they could not run the kingdom. So they made a a tributary kingdom. That they would pay tax. But they would rule. Self-rule, but taxation. So somehow they preserved their culture because of that. And the people didn't get mass converted to Islam.
Sri Lanka?
No, I'm mixing up. I went back to Mithila. And what happened in Sri Lanka, they knew that the Muslims were going to attack. So they built a brick wall in front of the deity, and they put another deity that wasn't installed. Means they made a deity. You know the story? No. This is 800 years ago. So they attacked, they broke that deity that they thought was the actual deity, but there was a brick wall. Behind that was the actual Ranganath. So the Ranganath was saved. So then a Kshatriya came, Gopanna, and drove those Muslims out of Sri Lanka. And Vedanta Deshika was a very famous Sri Vaishnava Ramanuja follower, great Acharya Brahman. He used to beg from door to door for his food, which is the way Brahmanas were supposed to live. And he wrote praising Gopanna, that he's done a great thing. So there were Kshatriyas, but they weren't united, and therefore much of India came under this Mohammedan rule. And so the Sanatan Dharma was lost. Now secular government, but Hindu party. So they cannot openly, but they are supporting, they renovated Kashi Vishwanath temple and so many things. So many things they'll do that will help Sanatana Dharma. It's better than what was there before. Because Congress party was headed, not everyone, but headed by atheists. But not everyone in the party is an atheist, that's for sure. That's for sure. Even if they say we're Christians, but they kill cows, so it's as bad as an atheist. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yeah.
What is the exact meaning of dialectic materialism?
Dialectical, abject, we have to get a dictionary for that.
Because
By an analytical, dialectical is analytical. You have to see in the thesaurus.
BBT printed a book on
Dialectical spiritualism, yeah. Offhand, I'm forgetting the exact meaning. I have to look in the dictionary. That's not good on my, doesn't make me look good. I see. Metaphysics is spiritual. Beyond
theoretical things.
right. Dialect is language, but dialectical has a different meaning here. It can be proved by argument, by logic and reason. Thank you.
Dialectical spiritualism, that he's discussing different philosophies.
Right.
He's proving with the logic and the reason why they do it. That's why it's dialectical.
Okay, good.
Shyam Sundar was discussing with Prabhupada regarding different
Right.
philosophies.
He explains each philosopher and what he stood for. It's a good exchange. The book is, you can't get it now, right? Out of print. I can see online maybe.
It's available PDF and Kindle. On PDF copy is available.
PDF on the internet. You made me look bad. But actually, see, we're not perfect, we don't know everything. I'm not Sarvagya, I'm not claiming. But I should know that. I should look that up and try and understand that. We should understand that. Because, then, I didn't really do my homework, as the saying goes. I didn't do my homework there. No other question? Okay. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.